This is Ryan Michael of quarterbackscore.webs.com talking with Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback Fran Tarkenton. Fran, I developed the QBS formula to provide fans with an opportunity to compare quarterbacks across different generations. So, to use yourself as an example, your 25 touchdown passes led the NFL in 1975 when you won the league MVP award. For that first place ranking, you're awarded 10 points. Peyton Manning, for instance, led the league by throwing 49 touchdowns in 2004 when he was named the league's MVP. So for his first place ranking, he's also awarded 10 points. I developed the scoring system to prevent generational statistical bias, as we know the rules of the game have changed over the years. And with that being said, my QBS system ranks you as the best quarterback to have ever played the game. The numbers are staggering. You ranked in the top 3 in pass completion percentage 8 times. You ranked in the top 3 in touchdown passes 9 times. And you ranked in the top 3 in passing yards 10 times. Are you at all surprised by these numbers?
No. Somebody a few years ago, Ryan, for ESPN or somebody writing a blog or whatever, they had a statistical thing that wasn't exactly like yours, but they came with the same conclusion. And I'm not surprised because I knew that I had great coaches, but I understood the game. I figured out the game very early on. I'm a student of the game. I called my own plays, and by my third year on, I was designing the offense along with my offensive coordinators and changing accordingly. So I had the advantage of being able to not only understand it, but I was the designer of the offense, so you should understand it from the inside out. And
Right.
I did, and I knew my numbers were good, consistently good, no matter what I was playing outside, which I played outside for 18 years in Minnesota or outside in New York. And no matter what my talent was at wide receiver, my talent was wide receiver. Really, I did not have great wide receivers until I came back to Minnesota in the 70s, and for about 3 or 4 years, I had Ahmad Rashad on one side and Sammy White on the other, and they were terrific wide receivers. And other than that, we had nice skilled players, but not we didn't have Jerry Rice type players.
Right. Now, Peyton Manning is off to a historic start so far this year. More touchdown passes through the first 6 games of a season than any player in league history. And he ranks first across the board: passing yardage, passing attempts, pass completion percentage, adjusted net yards per attempt. What is it that makes this guy so special?
Well, here it is. And this is a very important part, Ryan, that you bring up. In pro football, they go out and they measure how far a quarterback can throw it when they're recruiting them, how big they are, how much velocity on the ball. Then they'll go to their athletic ability, and they draft accordingly. I remember they drafted a guy out of LSU named Jamarcus Russell, 6'5", 255, and they said he had the greatest throwing exhibition in the history of the combine. And of course, he lasted about 2 years and is out of football. I would suggest to you, at age 37 today, Peyton Manning, out of 32 quarterbacks in the National Football League, and that's all there are, 32 spots, he has the weakest arm of all the starters. I would suggest to you that he can throw the ball. All 31 other starters can throw it farther than he can throw it, and harder.
Right.
He has probably the slowest foot speed of all the 32 players, and yet he is doing historic things. He is killing it, and here's why he is. I never wanted to make a great throw. I want to make a 1-foot putt, not a 10-foot putt. All the great quarterbacks have the same thing, and what Peyton's doing is he's getting rid of the ball quickly. He doesn't put strain on his offensive lineman. He's throwing 5 and 10-yard passes. The other day when he threw 7 touchdown passes, he had 1 touchdown pass, I think, for 70 yards. Well, that pass itself went for 3 yards.
Right.
He did not throw a pass in the air over 15 yards. So what does that do? That helps him be more accurate. It helps the receiver can go grab the ball with their hands more easily because it's a softer ball, and he can get rid of the ball quickly, which doesn't put pressure on his offensive lineman. And then when they get frustrated and the defensive backs start taking chances and they start blitzing, he can throw a 40-yard pass for down the field and go. The secret to the great passers historically is the ability to throw the short pass. Coaches in most cases, don't coach that because they want the quarterback to make all of the throws, right? He
Right.
can throw the 20-yard out and the 30-yard in pattern and the fly ball down the field for 60. Great quarterbacks don't throw 60-yard passes. They throw 10-yard passes.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me preface my next question by stating that not winning a Super Bowl has been the one knock against your Hall of Fame career,
Yep.
regardless of the fact that you retired with every significant passing record known to man. I've discussed this with you over the years, and my listeners may be surprised to know that you've repeatedly said that your years with the Giants were actually the best of your career, even better than your Super
Yep.
Bowl years with the Vikings.
Yep.
How important is winning a Super Bowl in respects to evaluating a quarterback's individual contribution to his team's chances of winning?
I think it's stupid, but I think it's fair. Like I hear people say, well, Peyton Manning, we cannot rank him up with Joe Montana or with Tom Brady because he's only won one Super Bowl. That's not the criteria. If you're going to win a Super Bowl, as we know, you've got to have the right time, the right team, and the right breaks.
Right.
Joe Flacco last year, not because of him. They won a Super Bowl because in the Denver game, it's cold that night, and Peyton has a circulation problem late in the game. It has it all night.
Right.
But, I mean, the game's over with. Flacco throws this Hail Mary pass up 70 yards down the field, needs a touchdown to tie, right?
Right.
And Champ Bailey falls down, and the safety's not over there, and the guy gets a gift with 30 seconds left.
Right.
Had nothing to do with Peyton Manning, obviously. And it takes all that. You look at Eli. Eli's got 2 Super Bowl trophies. Now, I love little Eli. You can't compare Eli with Peyton.
No.
Not even close. Not even on the same planet. You can't, and here's Flacco, as he is going to stay because he on one Super Bowl winning team. Trent Dilfer. They won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer at Baltimore and cut him after the Super Bowl was over within 2 weeks. The criteria for greatness of quarterback is what Peyton has given to us. Consistency every game with any kind of a team, right? And he didn't have the teams in New England that Tom Brady had in Indianapolis that Tom Brady had in New England. But also it comes down to injuries on your team, when your team is playing good, as we know. Baltimore Ravens weren't even in the hunt last year, but they got hot at the end, didn't they?
Right.
Everything worked for him. Flacco even played the best football of his life. They got hot and so forth. But that's not the judgment of a quarterback. However, it's become that.
Right.
And it's stupidity because the judgment of a quarterback is what Peyton Manning's doing this year. Whether he wins the Super Bowl or not, he's playing as good a football as I've ever seen any quarterback play of any generation. It's unbelievable, and he's doing it at age 37, and he doesn't have the physical strength of arm that he had 5 years ago. It doesn't matter. He still does incredible things.
Right, and it's easy to get caught up in the hype with as productive as he's been this year, but I mean, I've known you for years, and this is not the first time that you've spoken highly of him. It's an impossible judgment, but would you go as far as to say that he may be the greatest of all time when it's all said and done?
Yeah, I may say that, and I go back to see this. I remember early on in the early 50s, I was 11 years old. So I watched Otto Graham play for the Cleveland Browns, and I thought Otto Graham was off the charts. He was, but he had the best coach. They had the best team, the best organization, the best everything to make that work. There's a Y.A. Tittle, who I thought he's a little bit ahead of me, but I played against him. I thought Y.A. Tittle was as good a quarterback as I've ever seen. Nobody ever talks about Y.A. Tittle because he never got in those. He never won a championship during those years. Played most of the time in San Francisco.
Right.
With all that said and done, I really think that what Peyton's body of work, all his career, and even though the rules have changed, and what he's doing this year is exceptional. And I'd say if someone put a gun to my head, who's the greatest quarterback ever to play, I'd say Peyton Manning. And I've always put Peyton and Tom Brady, nose to nose. I couldn't make a decision between the two.
Right.
I just think what he's done this year separates him a little bit from Tom Brady.
I hear you there. Now, Fran, since your retirement, you've made an incredibly successful transition into the business world, and you spent years helping young entrepreneurs make it.
Yep.
Tell me about some of the things you've been up to recently.
Well, I learned football, Ryan, from watching film of other quarterbacks, of talking to other quarterbacks. My first coach was a Hall of Fame quarterback, Norm Van Blockman, and brilliant quarterback and really understood the position. And by talking to quarterbacks all my career, I learned how to play quarterback better, and I never stopped learning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also an entrepreneur, and I built 20 companies. I've built businesses all of my life. I'm really a good entrepreneur. I really have been taught by the greatest entrepreneurs, Sam Walton, Bernie Marcus, the founder of Home Depot, and others. And I've had my hands in the soils. I've built the companies myself, and I understand how to do it. There are 540,000 startup businesses every month in this country. We're an entrepreneurial country. But our people have no idea where to go to get information and knowledge. And the worse than that, they go get information from people who are great speakers and great salespeople but have never built a business.
Right.
So what we have done, and we've taken all my experience and all the resources that I have, I've combined them with Office Depot. Office Depot has been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Big company. 1,500 stores around the country, and they serve small business entrepreneurs by selling them ink and paper and toner. I said, let's go out and let's develop a resource that's trusted for all entrepreneurs.
Right.
That they can come to. So we built a website called smallbizclub.com.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've done, I've put together, and we're continuing to enlarge it, about 175 of the best small business thinkers. There are practitioners and thinkers, and they're writing content, video content, text content, and I'm doing coaching programs on there every week that are fresh ideas and a new way to think. And right on that site, we have the best content in the world. For a person who's starting up a company or thinking about starting it up, they can get it all right there. If you have a company and you're bogged down on how do I get to the market, how do I get more customers, we have it right there. We coach you with the best knowledge and information, and it's free. Mm-hmm. Ryan, it's free. It's called smallbizclub.com. All they have to do is go there, sign up, and they can become a part of a dynamic community. We have over 100 different countries that are coming and accessing our website every day because entrepreneurism is all over the world. We are the leader of it. And right. We have the one trusted resource that helps these people get better knowledge and better coaching and better understanding of how to do it.
Right. And, I encourage my listeners, again, the website is www.smallbizclub.com. And if you want to follow Fran on Twitter, it's at Fran_Tarkenton. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at the Ryan Michael. Fran, as always, I appreciate your time, sir. It's a pleasure getting the chance to chat with you again.
Thank you very much, Ryan.